Good morning. Y'all probably won't see this today, but we out here on this beautiful Monday morning. Wait a minute. I'm out here on this beautiful Monday morning because the beautiful Miss Haley had an appointment. And little Miss Amber has summer activities. So, I'm solo. Anybody that's been doing this that has hired help, you get used to having help in a hurry. And it is not the same. Solo operations and making money is hard work. It is very hard work. Don't get me wrong. You can make money as a solo operator, take your time, do a good job, work through the day. And if your pricing is correct, hey, you ain't got to bust your ass. You ain't got to kill yourself out here. You could make what you're comfortable with. But then there's some of you that do this that you got a whole different dollar amount right here. A goal that you're trying to meet. It might be up there a little bit. And it can be reached within reason. But you got to get it. Well, our schedules have pushed us to the point where a 2-person crew, we work from one week to the next week between 40 and 50 hours a week. We stay pretty busy. I don't show it all on here, obviously, because, YouTube takes up a lot of time. But having to drop back down to where I used to be as a solo operator, it will remind you in a hurry how much respect I have for those of you that are out there doing this solo and making a good living. So, on that note, I see a lot of stuff on Facebook. I don't comment a whole lot on these lawn care pages, but I do enjoy reading a lot of it. Some of it's even, it's amusing. And something we're going to talk about today, throughout the day, pricing. Because let me tell you something. If y'all out there just watching YouTube and getting on Facebook and you're coming into this, you going to pick up some pricing, some ideas on pricing that you will learn. You going to learn. Ain't the way it works. There's a lot more to it. Like I said, I get on Facebook and watch on some of these pages because some people, it's unreal. Unreal when it comes to some of this pricing. So, as much as I'd love to sit here and just BS and talk about just that and lay it all out there, hey, solo guy, I ain't got time for that. Got to get to work. So we're going to talk about that as the day goes on. About to get this equipment unloaded, get on these 2 yards across the street from each other, knock this stuff out. So, let's do it.
myself across a concrete floor, through an open door forever. You'll always be the one to make me fall apart. Gotta keep it together. At the bottom of the endless dark, feel the fire start. I take it to the edge, I do it till it bleeds. I push it to the limit, I ain't ever gonna sleep. I'm dying for a fight, I'm living on the run, cause it's hard to see the light down the barrel of a gun. I take it like a drug, you try to kill the pain. Addicted to the damage, I ain't ever gonna change, cause what I want is on in me. Like a nightmare. Like a nightmare. I take it to the edge, I do it till it bleeds. I push it to the limit, I ain't ever gonna sleep. I'm dying for a fight, I'm living on the run, cause it's hard to see the light down the barrel of a gun. I take it like a drug, you try to kill the pain. Addicted to the damage, I ain't ever gonna change, cause what I want is on in me. Like a nightmare.
That's two down. Solo. Now, what I was getting at earlier, talking about social media. I mean, for the most part, you're going to hear 80, 100, even 120 an hour. What people in lawn care make. Now, you get on Facebook, you get on some of these platforms, and people talk about, oh, they charge $100 an hour. Okay. Here's the problem. Yes, I just made I had to forget what these I had to remember what these were worth. I just made $100. Maybe just over. And I made it in 40 minutes. Now I'm about to drive just a couple minutes, literally just a couple minutes. Same neighborhood, right down the street, and get on another yard. Today I'm going to average, with drive time, I'm going to average, neighbor's waving, right at $100 an hour, solo. These are on small residential yards. Now, you go getting on a yard that's acre and a half, 2 acres. Some of our properties, 15, 20, 30 acres. As a solo operator, charging $100 an hour. The amount of money you're going to charge to do these properties is way above what somebody like me and Haley is going to come in and cut that property for, while we maintain that 100, roughly 80, 100, 120, in that ballpark. We maintain that hourly rate. Just think about that for a second. It doesn't matter. You could be the baddest solo operator on the planet. You're not as fast as 2 good operators. Sorry, not the way it works. These bigger companies, when you see some of these big companies running around with 4, 5, 6, 7-man crews, okay, they are 4, 5, 6, 7 times faster than you are. Think about that. So, going on to the next property. We're going to pick this up in a minute because I promise you there is a lot more to it. We're going to talk about this. So, let's go. That's 3 of them down right quick. 1 hour and 26 minutes. And I believe that puts us at $160 in just under an hour and a half with drive time. Now here's the deal. That's just a hair over $100 an hour. The only reason I'm maintaining this hourly rate is because of speed. When Haley's with me, we're even faster. I'm by far not the most expensive guy around. I'm mid-range on my pricing. Yeah, my area, like I've said, the market is trash. We have, I swear, there must be 100 people that bought a lawnmower from Lowe's that are professional lawn care companies that don't know how to price. And it kills the market in our area. Regardless, my pricing is low enough that I'm still competitive. Not with the $20 guy, but for the professionals, I'm competitive. But I'm flying through these yards. I know this for a fact that there's companies that go on the same properties that I cut that take 2 to 3 times as long to cut these yards. And according to those customers, yes, they're doing a good job. Is it the same quality? Nope. Are they complaining about the quality? No. No, these are people that do a good job. Because I have let go of some properties. But I talked to my customers. I made sure my customers were taken care of when they went to a few of these other people. The thing is, okay, if you take 3 times as long as I do, you can't charge $100 an hour. Because a yard that I'm cutting for $50 that I can run through in 20 minutes, and you take 3 times as long as I do, okay, well, you're charging $100 an hour. It takes you an hour to do the yard. So that yard's a $100 yard. Well, I'm cutting it for $50 and turning profit and maintaining right at or above $100 an hour. So it ain't the way it works. Now, we're about to hop out over here. This one is I don't remember the actual size. I mean, it's 1.5 acres. Just looking out the window, it's a good 1.5 acres. A solo guy that doesn't have a fast mower, that can't power walk with a trimmer, can easily spend 1.5 hours, 2 hours on this yard. There's a lot of trees, there's a lot of trimming, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. These people ain't paying $200 to get their yard cut. Especially not when me and Haley can come in here, knock this yard out in 40, 45 minutes with detail. Sometimes during weed season, the yard has to be double cut. It might be a whole hour. Once again, I ain't gonna tell you what I charge for these yards. There's too many people in Pike County not everybody, too many that'll come running behind me and knocking on the door, take $20 off the price. Oh, I'll cut your yard for this much. No, y'all got to work a little harder for it than that. Even though I'm sure 99% of my customers would laugh at you and close the door, I ain't gonna make it easy. So that's what you have to figure. How long does it take you to cut X amount of grass? A good way to figure this is if you're on smaller lawns, how long does it take you to cut a 1/4 acre? How long does it take you for a 1/2 acre? How long does it take you for a whole acre to edge, trim, mow? What can you do in 30 minutes? What can you do in 1 hour? What is the pricing in your area? So for all you guys that are trying to start up or have started up and you don't know what the established professional companies are charging, you don't know what your area is getting for yards per hour, you don't know how to price. Sorry. That is the way it is. I don't care what social media says. I don't care what Facebook says. Doesn't matter. Your area, the market in your area, specifically where you are at, according to the professional companies, the bigger companies, that's what sets the market. How many $20 lawn guys? Nothing against y'all. If you hustling coming up, hey, more power to you. This all establishes your market. You don't get to charge whatever you want to charge. You got to be competitive. You got to be fast enough to compete. So we're going to knock this one out real quick. Then I got to take a break. I got to swing right down the road, pick up some money, get my second meal in of the day, because you know I'm back training again, slowly, back in the gym, back eating right. But try and get y'all a little footage here, but I'm about to try and roll through this one. So let's do it. Done with another one. Hold on a second. Got to get this air conditioner on. It's warming up out here. Was it high gear on that one? Power walking with the trimmer, blower, mower in high gear, single cut. I mean, flew through it. 52 minutes. That's including me getting out, setting up the camera, stopping to set up the camera, all that stuff. 52 minutes on that property. So, two hours and 20 minutes today. Bear with me. Solo. Averaging 110 per hour. I'm about to go drive. We're in 2 different neighborhoods today. We started in one. I've got to go to another one. This property is just out the way in between the 2 neighborhoods. So you factor in the drive time and all that. Be right back at $100 an hour. Solo. Here's the thing. If you are solo cutting, like I said, acre and a half, 2 acre yards, and with drive time, hell, even without drive time, you're averaging $100 an hour, you're fast. Really fast. You got damn good equipment. And you know how to use it. You're a professional. You're not new to this game. Or you're overcharging. You're eventually going to lose some yards because of it. And somebody with just as good, if not better quality, is going to take those properties. And we're not even talking about big commercial yards. We're talking about, like I said, 1.5, 2 acre properties. You ain't making $100 an hour solo on a 2 acre property. The only reason I cut this yard as fast as I did is because I know it like the back of my hand. For 1. 2, single cut, and it's dry right now. The heat done come on hard in the last couple weeks. And guess what? I didn't cut the whole yard. There's areas where the grass is very thin. I didn't touch it. Didn't put the mower on it. Went around it. Cut the green grass. That's the only reason I maintained this. Because if I was cutting the whole yard, we had a little more rain, the heat wasn't coming on so hot, and the grass was growing more, I'd probably still be out there another 10 minutes from now. Well, then we're down below 100 an hour. And I've been doing this 20 years. I'm fast. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to sound big-headed. I am fast. I've had a couple people say, oh yeah, I'm fast. I'm faster than you are. Well, come on. I like some competition. All bullshit aside, it is about speed and efficiency. That's how you get to that price. This yard, even if another professional around here was cutting it, they're going to be pretty close to the same price on what they're going to charge for the yard. It's up to me to be fast enough to get the yard done so that I'm making 100 plus an hour. Because I know a few different guys right now that are good. They are good at lawn care. They have good quality. You put them on this yard, they're going to be a solid 2 hours. Solo. If they run through it, they're going to be an hour and a half. They're not going to be no 52 minutes. The average solo operator on these 1.5 acre, 2 acre yards, in order to compete in most areas, is going to be, I ain't gonna tell you yet. I'm gonna get my money, I'm gonna get something to eat, and I'm gonna pick this up at the next property. Then we'll talk more. If you're that person watching, trying to figure out where you need to be until you get faster, talk about more about where you need to be on your pricing in most areas. So, back to it. Get this shit done. There we go. I can't. Look, I'm starting to get tired. It's hot. I can't even cuss right. And I'm from the South. We do that good. Anyway, back in a few minutes. few more yards. Like I said, had to break away for a little while, make a run, pick up some money, eat, took a break, lost some time. But even with the time lost, I'm 4.5 hours into the day, and including all that time, averaging $90 an hour. Got to this little yard you just saw, and for those of you that have followed for a while, that's the yard. Got the cool little brindle colored dog named Duke. He was in one of our videos. Cool little dog. Gotta come say hello every time we show up. But I usually take time to play with him. I need to get some more puppy treats, because I used to keep puppy treats in the truck for him. But he went through those. He done tore them up. I got to get him some new ones though. But solo, taking some breaks. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm pushing. Like I said, with the trimmer, power walking. Earlier you saw where I grabbed the edger. Now, I'm well over 200 pounds, 5'10". I got a little bit of midsection on me these days, but pretty solid dude. I'm pretty strong. That Echo 2620 edger, I've got enough strength. I can run that thing one-handed, no problem. Hold it firm against the concrete and in control. Now, I didn't power walk that edge that you saw, but I moved at a good pace, one-handed, and it was a little bit of a break. So little things like that, as long as you keep a steady pace, you're still making time. Now, you can't do that all day, because then you just slow. But if you're wide open 100% all day, man, come 3 o'clock, you in a bind. Which today I'll be done by 3, or right at 3. We keep our Mondays. It's 3/4 of a day. And every other Friday is a half day. We try to keep it like that so that, rain, shit happens. So we have room to move stuff around if need be. But got a couple more properties to do. Like I said, we're at 90 an hour right now. I'm going to try to make that up a little bit on these next yards. And we should bring that back up a little bit. Now, here's the thing. Back to what I was saying earlier. We're going to go ahead and finish this little conversation. July and August, especially if you got good rain, good grow season. You're not going to push the pace I'm pushing, especially towards the end of the summer. Not in the South, you're not. It's too hot. You're getting to the point you're wore out. You're tired. You get burnt out, and it slows you down. Right now, I have been running around, topping these yards, single cutting, flying over the top, barely cutting anything off of them. Because with the heat stress going on in a lot of these yards, it'll kill the grass. Trimming. Man, I'm trimming probably half this stuff. Half what I normally trim. It just ain't growing. That's the reason you see me running around, taking breaks, solo, still being able to make my hourly rate. Yes, small residentials, solo guys can make 80, 90, some areas $100 an hour. But when the grass is growing, If you're running around charging $100 an hour, I assure you, somebody's going to take your yards. It's going to happen. Unless you're just in an area that is wealthy. Just wealthy. The average solo guy is going to make $60 to $80 per hour. The bigger the yard, the lower your hourly rate is going to be. Simple as that. Am I saying solo guys can't do big yards? No. Am I saying solo guys can't do decent sized commercial properties? No. Can you charge the same hourly rate? No. No, you can't. You're not going to get it. If you do get it, your days are numbered. Learn the market in your area. Learn what people charge for properties. Can you get into this business without working for someone else first? Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'm in here blocking up the road. The best thing is to work for someone else. Work for a professional lawn and landscaping company. Learn how to do the work. Learn how to bid. Learn what things are worth in your area. You eliminate the trial and error. If you can't, man, look, ask around. You can talk to people without trying to take yards. Find out what other lawn guys are charging. Just talk. Because this whole, I charge $100 an hour. Okay. I'll tell you what, you come on over to some of the properties I got and tell them what it's going to cost for you to mow that property at $100 an hour. You're going to get laughed at. Or the nice ones will be like, I might get back to you. I'll give you a call. Don't hold your breath. So, like I said, don't pay attention to social media, especially stuff like Facebook and stuff like that. It is very area specific. Can you make more? Yep. Get good at your job. Become efficient. Learn when to do things, when not to do things, how to do things. Just experience. Experience. When you're experienced and you're smooth, you're fast. And you make more money. This business is about how good can you be when you're fast. How efficient are you at full speed? And how long can you maintain it? It's that simple. So, I'm sure there's going to be comments on this. I'll do my best to answer. Like I said, I'm not giving out prices, price specific on yards. But today's solo, with all the breaks, with going collect some money, with hanging out, playing with Duke, and not even working a whole day, it's going to be a $500 day. Simple as that. Now, I could have took my time even more today and made it last all day and just been nice, easy pace, still made the same money and been $50 an hour. But these blades ain't gonna sharpen themselves, this equipment ain't gonna maintain itself, so I'm trying to get this shit done and get to the house. So let's go knock out a couple more so we can be done with this. Let's do it. that's it for today. Back to what I was saying earlier, though. Those prices are ballpark figures. What I was trying to get at is 60, 80 an hour. That doesn't apply to little small yards. Solo guy can run through small yards in a matter of minutes and be making 100 plus an hour easily with route density. That applies when you start getting on these 1.5 acre, 2 acre plus yards. Now, is that saying you can't get someone that will pay you $120 an hour as a solo operator on a big yard? Nope. Hey, if you getting it, more power to you. I hope you hold on to them. It's not likely, but I hope so. If you in an area, again, know your market. If you in an area where that's the going rate, and that's what everybody's paying, shit, you do you. Better yet, comment below, because I need to know where you live. I'm trying to move. I move my 120 an hour for a solo guy. Shit, I'm coming where you at. Hit it in the comments. No, I know, like I said, the market's different everywhere. But for the most part, I mean, I've cut grass in 5 states. Up the East Coast, in the southeast area. And give or take, it's pretty much the same everywhere you go. Some populated areas, people have ran the prices in the dirt. There's always those people that'll, oh, I cut it for 25. I cut it for 30. I ain't dropping the gate for under 40. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. And I know the professional guys been doing this for a while, you understand that. We have to establish a minimum. It's that simple. Anyway, that's where we at on that. I hope this helps some people out, because that same hourly rate, as you grow and you hire somebody, or you hire 2 people, you go a lot faster, a whole lot faster. And that same 60 an hour, 80 an hour on properties that are a couple acres, by going faster, having 2, 3 mowers, that same price for that yard, the rate goes up because you got it done that much quicker. So I hope that was a good enough explanation for y'all. I hope it helps. I hope it eliminates some confusion for some people. But regardless of that, we done. That's it for this one. So remember, if you ain't already done it and you like what you see, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you next time.